You're disappointed and I'm disappointed. It's been a few weeks since my last video and I've been struggling with technical difficulties. But I woke up this morning bright and early, had a big cup of coffee, so I'm wired, and I decided to make whoopie pies. I'll show you how we do it. Intro! First things first with whoopie pies, there's a top and bottom chocolatey cake part, and then there's the rich, delicious filling part. To make the batter for the cake part, we gather our ingredients. We start with 2 cups of all-purpose flour, scooped and leveled. Next, we move on to a half a cup of cocoa, scooped and leveled, but sifted first. Sifted will take out any lumps. We also added 3/4 a teaspoon of baking soda and a half a teaspoon of table salt. Next, we measure out a half a cup of sugar, a half a cup of packed brown sugar. To a half a cup of whole milk, add 2 teaspoons of white vinegar. That'll curdle it. Let it sit for a few minutes. Adding vinegar to the milk makes it crazy acidic. Then when it mixes with the baking soda, the cakes become very fluffy. We measure out 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, canola, soybean, something clear. We need 3 large eggs. And a teaspoon of vanilla. Then we mix the liquid ingredients for about 3 minutes on medium-high speed. Next, we mix in the dry ingredients. Mixing should be less than a minute. We let the batter chill for about 30 minutes in the fridge. You can go longer if you want. Next, I prepared an open-tip piping bag. Scoop the dough into a bag and pipe small circles onto parchment paper. Leave room for the cookies to expand. Into the oven for about 9 minutes. You want the whoopie pie to just spring back when you touch it. Out of the oven, let them cool completely. We're using a cream cheese base to make the icing. The icing's pretty simple. Cream cheese, butter, powdered sugar, a little bit of salt. Mix on medium-high till it's well blended. I'm splitting the icing in half. Half will be vanilla, half will be mint. For the mint, I'm using half a teaspoon of mint extract and 1 drop of green food coloring. The only reason for the coloring is so you can tell the difference between the vanilla and the mint. And for the remaining, use half teaspoon of vanilla or so. Gently lift the tops and the bottoms from the parchment. Fill your piping bags. Put a large round tip on the piping bag. Or use this open star tip, number 20, to give the icing a little bit of a frill. Taste test time, my favorite part. I'm going to start with the vanilla one. I can feel they're moist, but they're not sticky, no crumbs. Definitely yummy. The chocolate is good. The cake is light and fluffy, as I knew it would be. It's like a cupcake sandwich. The creamy filling kind of oozes between the layers. These are so good. I'll try one with the mint filling. I'm partial to mint anyway, which is why I made it. Love that peppermint. Perfect pairing with the chocolate. These are another wow. Simple treat, easy to make, no special ingredients. This recipe is a winner. And speaking of recipe, you'll find the link to it in the YouTube notes below. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Appreciate any comments. Love your feedback. This is it for Sweet Spot.